Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome back to Grow English Mastery. I'm your host, Scarlett. Today, we are diving into the glamorous, often controversial, and always breathtaking world of high fashion. I want you to picture a fashion show unlike any other. Imagine models walking down the runway in creations that are not just clothes, but wearable art. Think of dramatic silhouettes, unexpected materials, and presentations that feel more like performance art than traditional fashion parades. This was the world of Alexander McQueen. He was a designer who ripped up the rule book, challenged conventions, and forever changed the way we think about beauty and fashion. He was a working-class boy from the East End of London who, through sheer talent and a fiercely original vision, rose to become one of the most celebrated and influential designers of his generation. His designs were often dark, romantic, and infused with a deep understanding of history and a fascination with the macabre. He wasn't afraid to shock, to provoke, and to push the boundaries of what fashion could be. He gave us the iconic bumster trousers, the theatrical and often fantastical runway shows, and a legacy of fearless creativity that continues to inspire designers today. For us, as English learners, Alexander McQueen's story is a fantastic opportunity to explore the language of creativity, art, and personal expression. We will learn to describe unique styles, understand the impact of artistic vision, and delve into the vocabulary of a world where imagination takes center stage. His life also serves as a powerful reminder that true originality often comes from embracing your individuality and daring to be different. So, let's get ready to step onto the runway of innovation and explore the brilliant mind of Alexander McQueen. Before we immerse ourselves in the avant-garde world of McQueen, let's outline our own design for today's lesson. What are our learning objectives for the next 40 minutes? First, we will explore the remarkable life and career of Alexander McQueen. We will trace his journey from his working-class upbringing in London to his pivotal apprenticeships on Savile Row, his explosive rise as a designer, his leadership at Givenchy, and the triumphant success of his own eponymous brand. We will understand the key elements that defined his unique and powerful aesthetic. Second, we will expand our creative vocabulary. We will learn essential words and phrases used to describe fashion, art, design, and personal style. These are descriptive terms that will help you articulate your own tastes and understand the nuances of creative expression. Third, our grammar focus today will be on using adjectives effectively to create vivid and detailed descriptions. Adjectives are the building blocks of descriptive language, and mastering their use will allow you to paint pictures with your words, just like McQueen did with his designs. Fourth, as always here at Grow English Mastery, I will provide you with a full suite of practical and imaginative exercises to improve your listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills, all inspired by the bold and beautiful world of Alexander McQueen. And finally, our most important objective is to be inspired by a story of unwavering artistic vision. Alexander McQueen's journey is a testament to the power of staying true to your unique voice, even when it challenges the mainstream. His life reminds us that true artistic impact often comes from a place of deep personal conviction and a willingness to take risks. So, let's thread our needles and begin our exploration of the man behind the revolutionary designs. So, who was Alexander McQueen, the hooligan of fashion who became a global icon? Lee Alexander McQueen was born in Lewisham, in the East End of London, on March 17, 1969, into a working-class family. He left school at the age of 16 with few qualifications, but a burning passion for fashion. Even as a child, he was sketching dresses for his sisters. His real education began with an apprenticeship on Savile Row, the historic heart of bespoke, custom-made tailoring in London. He learned the meticulous art of traditional tailoring, the precise cutting, and the perfect fit that would become a hallmark of his designs, even when they were at their most unconventional. This foundation in classic techniques was crucial to his later ability to break the rules so spectacularly. He understood the structure of clothing intimately. After Savile Row, he worked for the theatrical costume designers Angels and Bermans, where he honed his skills in creating dramatic and historically inspired garments. This experience further fueled his imagination and his love for storytelling through clothing. In the late 1980s, he applied to and was accepted into the prestigious Central St. Martin's College of Art and Design in London. It was here that his raw talent truly blossomed and his unique aesthetic began to take shape. His graduation collection in 1992, inspired by Jack the Ripper, was bought in its entirety by the legendary fashion editor Isabella Blow, a pivotal figure who became his mentor and champion. It was Blow who famously began calling him Alexander instead of Lee, believing it sounded more sophisticated. His early work was controversial. He was labeled the enfant terrible and the hooligan of fashion for his provocative designs and often shocking runway shows. His bumpster trousers, which sat very low on the hips, revealing the top of the buttocks, caused a sensation and became one of his most recognizable and influential creations. He wasn't afraid to explore dark themes, to reference historical periods in unexpected ways, and to challenge the traditional notions of beauty. In 1996, at the young age of 27, he was surprisingly appointed as the head designer at the iconic French fashion house Givenchy, succeeding John Galliano. This was a huge leap for such a young and still relatively unknown designer. His tenure at Givenchy was marked by a tension between his own avant-garde vision and the more classical elegance traditionally associated with the brand. While his collections for Givenchy were often critically acclaimed, he later admitted that he felt constrained by the house's heritage. Despite his commitments to Givenchy, McQueen continued to develop his own eponymous label, which became his true creative outlet. His London Fashion Week shows were legendary events, pushing the boundaries of spectacle and storytelling. He used elaborate sets, dramatic lighting, and unconventional casting to create immersive experiences that went far beyond simply displaying clothes. His shows often explored themes of life, death, nature, and sexuality with a raw and emotional intensity. His designs were characterized by their dramatic silhouettes, their expert tailoring, their use of luxurious and often unexpected materials, and a recurring fascination with the natural world, particularly birds and insects. There was often a tension between fragility and strength, between beauty and the grotesque in his work. In the early 2000s, McQueen's star continued to rise. He opened flagship stores in major cities around the world, and his designs were worn by celebrities and fashion icons. He collaborated with Puma on a successful line of sneakers and sportswear. Tragically, Alexander McQueen took his own life on February 11, 2010, at the age of 40. His death sent shockwaves through the fashion world, leaving a void that many feel has never truly been filled. Despite his untimely passing, his legacy as one of the most innovative and influential designers of the late 20th and early 21st centuries remains profound. His fearless approach to creativity, his mastery of tailoring, and his ability to blend darkness and beauty continue to inspire designers and fashion lovers worldwide. His eponymous brand continues to thrive under the creative direction of Sarah Burton, who worked closely with McQueen for many years, carrying forward his visionary spirit. The world of fashion has its own rich and descriptive language. To truly appreciate Alexander McQueen's work, it's essential to understand the vocabulary used to discuss style, design, and artistic vision. Let's add these fashionable words to your English repertoire. First, let's explore words related to fashion and design. Designer, noun. Meaning: a person who plans and sketches out the form, function, and workings of something before it is made or built. In fashion, this refers to someone who creates clothing and accessories. Example 1. Alexander McQueen was a celebrated fashion designer. Example 2. The interior designer created a beautiful and functional space. Related word, design. Noun verb. Silhouette, noun. Meaning: the outline or shape of something, especially a garment, seen against a light background. Example 1. His designs often featured dramatic and unconventional silhouettes. Example 2. The elegant silhouette of the evening gown was stunning. Tailoring, noun. Meaning: the skill or profession of making fitted clothes, especially menswear. It emphasizes precise cutting and fitting. Example 1. McQueen learned the art of traditional tailoring on Savile Row. Example 2. The suit had excellent tailoring and fit him perfectly. Related word, tailor, noun, verb, tailored, adjective. Avant-garde, adjective, noun. Meaning favoring or introducing new and experimental ideas and methods, especially in the arts. Example 1. His runway shows were known for their avant-garde and theatrical presentations. Example 2. The gallery featured the work of many avant-garde artists. Synonym: experimental, innovative, aesthetic, noun. Meaning: a set of principles underlying and guiding the work of a particular artist or artistic movement. The philosophy of beauty. More generally, it refers to the appearance of something. Example 1. His unique aesthetic blended darkness and beauty. Example 2. The minimalist design had a clean and modern aesthetic. Runway, noun. Meaning: a raised platform along which models walk to display clothes at a fashion show. Example 1. His London Fashion Week runway shows were legendary. Example 2. The models walked confidently down the runway. Synonym: catwalk. Now, let's explore words related to style and expression. Provocative, adjective. Meaning: causing annoyance, anger, or another strong reaction, especially deliberately. Example: His early designs were often considered provocative and challenged conventions. Example 2. The speaker made some provocative statements that sparked a debate. Related word: to provoke, verb; provocation, noun; iconic, adjective. Meaning: very famous and well-known, often representing a particular idea or era. Example: 1. The Bumster trousers became one of his most iconic creations. Example 2. The Eiffel Tower is an iconic landmark of Paris. Visionary, adjective, noun, meaning having or showing clear ideas about what the future could be like. Example 1. Alexander McQueen was a visionary designer who changed the course of fashion. Example 2. The company's founder was a visionary who saw the potential of the internet early on. Edgy, adjective, meaning having a sharp, provocative, or unconventional quality. Example 1. His style could be described as dark and edgy. Example: Dorsey, the band's music had an edgy and rebellious sound. Synonym: unconventional, daring; theatrical, adjective. Meaning: relating to or characteristic of the drama or theater. Exaggerated and dramatic. Example 1. His runway shows were highly theatrical events. Example 2. She made a theatrical gesture of surprise. Eponymous, adjective. Meaning: of a literary work, film, etc., taking its name from that of its central character or creator. In this case, his brand was named after him. Example 1. He continued to develop his own eponymous label. Example 2. The restaurant is named after its eponymous founder. Excellent! You now have a stylish set of new words. For your mini-task, think about your own personal style. Try to describe it using one of our new words. For example, I like to incorporate iconic pieces into my wardrobe. Welcome back. Now, let's sharpen our descriptive skills by focusing on our grammar point for today. Using adjectives effectively. Adjectives are words that describe nouns, people, places, things, or ideas. They add detail and make our language more vivid and interesting. Just like McQueen used unexpected materials and dramatic shapes, we can use strong and specific adjectives to create a more powerful impact with our words. Types of adjectives. Descriptive adjectives. These describe the qualities of a noun, e.g., beautiful dress, talented designer, dark themes. Comparative adjectives. These compare two nouns, e.g., more dramatic silhouette, earlier work, larger collection. Superlative adjectives. These describe one noun as being at the highest or lowest degree of equality within a group, e.g., most iconic creation, most unconventional show, best tailoring. Possessive adjectives. These show ownership, e.g., his designs, her influence. Demonstrative adjectives. These point out specific nouns, e.g., this collection, those shows. Adjectives. These indicate quantity, e.g., few qualifications, many ideas. Using adjectives. Effectively, choose strong and specific adjectives. Instead of using general adjectives like good or interesting, try to use more precise and evocative words. Instead of, he had interesting ideas. Try. He had innovative and provocative ideas. Use a variety of adjectives. Don't rely on the same adjectives repeatedly. Expand your vocabulary so you have a range of words to choose from. Instead of, the show was good, the clothes were good, the music was good, try. The show was spectacular. The clothes were intricate and beautiful. The music was dramatic and atmospheric. Consider the order of adjectives. When using multiple adjectives before a noun, there is often a typical order, although this is not a strict rule. Example, a beautiful, large, old, round blue French silk wedding dress. Use adjectives to create mood and atmosphere, just. Like McQueen used lighting and set design, you can use adjectives to create a particular feeling in your writing or speaking. Describing a dark and edgy collection, macabre, haunting, fierce, rebellious. Describing a romantic and beautiful collection, delicate, ethereal, graceful, intricate. Let's do a quick exercise. Replace the underlined general adjective with a stronger, more specific adjective from our vocabulary today. His early work was bad and caused strong reactions. Try. His early work was provocative and caused strong reactions. The famous trousers. Sat low on the hips. Try. The iconic trousers sat low on the hips. He was a creative designer with ideas about the future. Try. He was a visionary designer with ideas about the future. The fashion show had dramatic and exaggerated elements. Try. The fashion show had theatrical and exaggerated elements. By consciously choosing strong and specific adjectives, you can make your English much more descriptive and engaging. So, how can we use the visually stunning and creatively rich world of Alexander McQueen to practice our 4 core English skills? First, listening. Your listening mission is to find an interview with someone who knew or worked with Alexander McQueen. This could be a model who walked in his shows, a fellow designer, or someone from his design team. Search on YouTube for names, like Sarah Burton, his successor, or Naomi Campbell, who often modeled for him, along with Alexander McQueen interview. Listen for how they describe his personality, his work ethic, and his creative process. Note down the adjectives they use. This will give you a real sense of the language used to talk about him. Second, speaking. Let's do a challenge called Describe the Design. Imagine you are at a fashion exhibition showcasing Alexander McQueen's work. Choose one of his famous designs. You can look them up online if you're not familiar. Speak for 1 minute describing the design to someone who cannot see it. Focus on using vivid and specific adjectives to paint a picture with your words. For example, I'm looking at a dress from his Plato's Atlantis collection. It has a very sculptural and unconventional silhouette. The fabric is digitally printed with intricate patterns that look like scales. The colors are vibrant and aquatic, with blues, greens, and yellows blending together. The shoulders are very dramatic and almost wing-like, giving it a futuristic and otherworldly feel. Record yourself. This is excellent practice for descriptive language. Third, reading. Search online for reviews of Alexander McQueen's runway shows from magazines like Vogue or Harper's Bazaar. These reviews are written by fashion experts and use a rich vocabulary to describe the collections. Choose one review to read. Highlight or note down any adjectives that you find particularly descriptive or effective. Try to understand why the writer chose those specific words. Finally, writing for your writing practice. Imagine you are a fashion blogger who attended an Alexander McQueen retrospective exhibition. Write a short blog post, around 150-200 words, describing your overall impression of his work. Focus on using strong and varied adjectives to convey your feelings and describe his designs. For example, stepping into the Alexander McQueen exhibition was like entering a dark and magical fairy tale. The intricate details of his masterful tailoring were breathtaking. Each garment told a unique and powerful story, from the fierce silhouettes of his early work to the ethereal beauty of his later collections. His unwavering artistic vision and fearless creativity left an indelible mark on the world of fashion. It was a truly inspiring and unforgettable experience. This exercise will help you practice using adjectives to create a specific tone and convey your personal response to art. The most profound lesson we can take from Alexander McQueen's life is the unwavering power of an authentic artistic vision. In a world that often pressures us to conform and follow trends, McQueen dared to be fiercely, unapologetically himself. He came from a working-class background and didn't always fit into the often elitist world of high fashion. He was an outsider, in many ways, and he channeled that unique perspective into his work. He didn't try to create what he thought others wanted to see. He created what burned within him. His inspirations came from diverse and often unconventional sources: history, nature, mythology, and even the darker aspects of the human experience. He had a clear and powerful vision for his brand, and he stayed true to it, even when it challenged the status quo or provoked controversy. He understood that true originality often requires taking risks and pushing boundaries. He wasn't afraid to be different, and it was precisely that difference that made his work so impactful and so enduring. This is a vital lesson for all of us, no matter what our field of interest. Whether you are learning a new language, pursuing a creative hobby, or building a career, the most valuable asset you have is your own unique perspective and your own authentic voice. Don't try to imitate others or to fit into someone else's mold. Embrace your individuality. Explore your own passions and interests, even if they seem unconventional. Find your own unique way of expressing yourself. Just like McQueen used his working-class roots and his fascination with the macabre to create groundbreaking fashion, you can use your own experiences and perspectives to bring something new and original to the world. Your journey in learning. English is also a creative endeavor. Don't be afraid to experiment with the language, to make mistakes, and to find your own voice in English. Your unique way of speaking and writing is what will make your English truly your own. Be bold. Be original. Be you. That is the most stylish and impactful statement you can make. If you are captivated by the artistry and legacy of Alexander McQueen and wish to explore further, here are some resources. First, the Victoria and Albert Museum, V&A, in London often has fashion exhibitions, and they have a significant collection related to McQueen. Check their website for current or past exhibitions. Second, there are several biographies and documentaries about Alexander McQueen. Andrew Wilson's Blood Beneath the Skin is a well-regarded biography, and the documentary McQueen, 2018, offers a compelling look into his life and work. Third, explore the official Alexander McQueen website, alexandermcqueen.com. You can see current collections, explore the brand's history, and get a sense of the ongoing legacy of his vision. Finally, immerse yourself in visual resources. Search for Alexander McQueen runway shows on YouTube or look at images of his designs on platforms like Pinterest or Vogue Runway. Seeing his creations is the best way to understand the power and beauty of his unique aesthetic. We have now reached the end of our exploration into the life and groundbreaking artistry of Alexander McQueen. Let's quickly review the stylish insights we've gathered today. We have traced the remarkable journey of a working-class boy who became a fashion revolutionary. We have expanded our vocabulary to describe the world of fashion and art. We have honed our skills in using vivid and descriptive adjectives. And most importantly, we have been inspired by a story of unwavering artistic vision and the courage to be truly original. Alexander McQueen's legacy is a powerful reminder that true art comes from the heart, from a place of deep personal passion, and a willingness to challenge conventions. He wasn't just making clothes, he was telling stories, expressing emotions, and creating wearable dreams and nightmares. As you continue to cultivate your English skills, remember the spirit of Alexander McQueen. Be bold in your expression, be fearless in your learning, and always strive to bring your own unique vision to everything you do. So, here is your final design challenge. In the comment section below, describe a piece of clothing or a work of art that you find particularly striking or original, using at least 3 adjectives from our lesson today. Or, tell me about a time you dared to be different and what the result was. I am so looking forward to reading your creative descriptions. If you found this lesson on the brilliant rebel of fashion inspiring, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Grow English Mastery for more stories about creative visionaries, and share this video with anyone who dares to be different. Thank you for your incredible engagement and for joining me on this stylish journey today. I'm your host, Scarlett, reminding you that the most beautiful creations often come from the most authentic and daring hearts. I'll see you on the next runway of learning. Goodbye for now.